Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu5. This is going to be a book review over the Quran with Christian commentary. If you can read the title, you knew that already. Couple of disclaimers. I have not finished this book cover to cover yet, and I don't feel that I need to in order to recommend it. I've read some surahs being chapters, and I finished, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, let's see, I got 5, 6, 7. I finished 7 surahs. And like I said, I think there was 114 surahs in all. Anyways, I want to go ahead and recommend this book in case you want to read the Quran. Why would you want to read the Quran? Well, for one thing, you might be under that mindset, if I disagree with something, I need to know what I disagree with. You can't necessarily judge a religion based on its followers and what their followers do, because, you know, maybe that's not a fair representation of what the religion teaches. But then if you read Surah 9, you understand, well, yeah, it does teach that kind of stuff. But you might be under a thought of mind or whatever that you want to be able to reach Muslims. If you're a Christian and you want to share the gospel, it might be valuable for you to know what's in this book. And be like, hey, this is what the gospel says, this is what your book says, how do you harmonize this? Because if you talk to just about any Muslim ever in the history of the current history, they'll say that the Bible's been corrupt and that their book has been preserved. But if you read the Quran, Allah says that not only no one can change His words, being, you know, His revelations and stuff, He repeatedly says in this book that let the Christians judge by their book, let the Jews judge by their book. If the Christians and Jews don't judge by their book, then they're unbelievers and they're evildoers. The Quran does nothing but speak highly of the Bible. I think the worst thing that it says about a book is about itself, and they say the Quran has been dismembered. But other than that, it has nothing but positive things to say about the Bible, and that's something worth bringing up. If you're interested in theology, if you're interested in reaching people that as of right now are unreachable because you don't have the knowledge to, well, they might not be unreachable, but it'll be difficult. I feel that if you have an interest in apologetics, theology, really studying some stuff, I believe this is a valuable book. Because I've had a conversation with a Muslim once over the internet, and I could quote different things that were said in the Quran, but I couldn't quote where they were located in the Quran. So, anytime I said something, he kind of just brushed it off. And there was a instance where I was arguing with a social justice warrior, and she said that Surah 9, the surahs that I was quoting, did not reference killing Christians, but idolaters. And again, this was before I had the Quran. I was just quoting surahs that in verses that I've heard from other people. And she said that in the context that Muhammad was addressing his people to kill the idolaters. Well, if you read the commentary in the Arabic phrases that they use, or Arabic words that they use, we are the idolaters. Keep in mind, Christians perform the most unforgivable sin that there is in Islam, and that is shirk. Shirk is assigning partners to Allah or assigning someone as equal to Allah. So, according to Christian theology, we have the Trinity, and so they see that as polytheism, and polytheism is the worst thing you can do. So that sin is called shirk, and that gives them their reasoning behind doing what they do to Christians. So that's interesting. Keep in mind that the Quran only speaks good things about the Bible, but and it's also worth mentioning that the Quran is not in chronological order. Surah 9, which is famous for being the spread by the sword chapter, is the last chapter revealed chronologically speaking. But it's only in chapter 9, and there's only like 114 chapters, I believe. But anyways, I got a key, a study key. I don't know if you can read my handwriting. I barely can read it. But blue is affirming the Bible. So anytime the Quran says good things about the Bible or the Torah, or the Torah Gospel, Bible in general, I highlight it in blue. Orange is contradicting the Bible. So if I see something that contradicts the Bible, I highlight it in orange. Yellow is spread by the sword. Green is bad science. And pink is verses to women. Because depending on who the Muslim apologist is talking to, they might say that Islam is a religion of peace. Islam is had scientific knowledge that would be that would be discovered years later, and the only way that Muhammad could have known this if he had biblical help or divine help, which is not necessarily true. And then pink verses to women. Some Muslims who's performing dawah to women will say that Islam is a very feminist-friendly religion. Now, is it? Well, I'm going to spread some of these verses with you, and you can be the judge. This is Surah 2, 282, I believe. Yeah, it looks like it's 282. And call in 2 of your men as witnesses. Or if there's not 2 men, call 1 man and 2 women from those present whom you approve of as witnesses, so that if one of the 2 women goes astray, the other can remind her. And I'm sorry, when I've been able to read, the light's doing weird things. Basically, what this is saying is, hey, if you don't have 2 men to testify, get 1 man and 2 women. And if one of the women forgets what she's supposed to say, the other woman can remind her. So this is either saying that women are stupid or they're deceptive. And I don't think they're implying deception, because the other woman's supposed to remind the other woman what she's supposed to say. So it's not like it sounds like to me that the women are being told what to testify about. So if one of the 2 women goes astray, the other woman can remind her. So this is saying that one woman's testimony is worth half that of one man's testimony, which is interesting. And I got another verse that I highlighted in pink that I want to share with you. Surah 2, verse 223. And again, I'm sorry, the light is doing weird things. If your women are like fields, so come to your field as you wish. What is this saying? Other translations will say your women are your till. Come to your till as you wish. Well, if you read the hadiths, the local women that the Muslims are having relations with were used to being approached a certain way, position-wise, and they didn't like how these Muslim men were approaching them. Well, if you use the image of a field or a till, it's basically saying, this is your field, plow it how you like. That is literally what this verse is saying. Your women are like your field, so come to your field as you wish. The commentary says, your women are like your field, so come to your field as you wish. Here the Quran is telling men that the women are like tillage or plowing. So yeah, that is literally what this verse is about. So not very feminist friendly. If you're one of those women's rights, woman power or anything like that, not really friendly. Okay, here was a verse that I want to read, and this will be the last verse that I read. I think. But this one's affirming the Bible. Say to the people of the book, you are standing on nothing until you observe the Torah and the gospel and what has been sent down to you from your Lord. Surely those who believe and those Jews and Christians who believe God of the last day and does righteous. Let me reread the other one. Surely those who believe and those who are Jews and I don't know what this word is, and the Christians who believe in God and the last day and does righteousness. So one of them saying, Christians and Jews, you have nothing to stand on unless you stand by the Torah and the gospel. Then right next to this you have verses of Jesus denying his divinity. And then Surah 9 is famous for being the sword, spread by the sword chapter. It's the most violent chapter in the Quran. And I could probably spend a good bit of time reading this to you, but I'm going to let you read it. Anyways, I think if you have an interest in theology and apologetics, that this is a valuable book. If you want to reach Muslims and show them to Christ, this is a valuable book, along with the Bible. So that's the review. I highly recommend it. Yeah, it's a cool book. If you like... well, I can't say it's a cool book because it's responsible for a lot of people's deaths, but it's cool in the sense that you have the Quran in English. You have short essays from theologians talking about different concepts in the Quran. You got a short essay or introduction to each chapter. So they have essays that are like women in the Quran, killing in the Quran, Abraham in the Quran. So they have different essays in here to read that gives you a little bit more context. But a lot of interesting information in here if you desire to reach Muslims, or if you want to just know what they actually believe. So that's it. I'm Asatsu5, and I'm out.